The Newsday continues here on One News Now Business. I'm Diego Castro. Here are the biggest stories on the economic and corporate fronts. President Bongbong Marcos says the government is working to uplift the living and social conditions of workers and their families. This as the president paid tribute to Filipino workers on Labor Day by recognizing their contribution to the economy and their role in laying the groundwork for important industries. The president also called on the private sector to support government efforts in ensuring the sustainability of jobs, securing workers' livelihoods, and maintaining economic productivity. Likewise, the Labor Department in a statement said the 1st of May should serve as a reminder for the government to properly implement policies that would protect and promote the welfare and rights of workers. Meanwhile, various labor groups marched from España to Mendiola in Manila, calling for higher wages and an end to contractualization. During the protest, labor group Partido Lakas ng Masa hit the Marcos administration, saying it has yet to address workers' pleas.
Wala pang natutugunan sa hinihingi ng mga manggagawa. Hindi pa maramdaman ng mga manggagawa yung sinasabi niyang ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas says inflation may have further slowed in April. The BSP projects that last month's inflation settled within the 6.3 to 7.1% range. That's slower than the 7.6 print in March, but still above the government's 2 to 4% target. A central bank says the possible slower inflation is due to lower electricity rates and rollback in LPG prices. The Philippines is seeking a $300 million loan from a Beijing-based bank for the first phase of the Laguna Lakeshore Road network. According to the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank's website, the project will comprise an expressway from Lower Bicutan to Calamba that will stretch a little over 37 kilometers. The AIIB says the project aims to contribute to urban mobility Metro Manila and key areas along the Laguna de Bay. The project is also co-financed by the Asian Development Bank. The Laguna Lakeshore Road project will be financed in 3 phases, the first of which will fund the first group of the civil works and consulting service contracts awarded under the program. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Manila Water announces service interruptions in Metro Manila starting tomorrow. The company said affected areas include parts of Pasig, Taguig, Quezon City, and San Juan. The water service interruption will run from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. from May 2 until May 4. Manila Water explained that this is due to waterline maintenance and other activities. Meanwhile, Maynilad will provide rebates for those who paid a minimum charge despite interruptions. This covers lifeline customers or those who consume less than 10 cubic meters per month. The company said the rebates will vary depending on the actual consumption of customers. Those who only consumed 1 cubic meter are entitled to a rebate of around 122 pesos. The Energy Department warns of thinner power supply amid rising demand as the El Nino phenomenon looms. The DOE says the country may see thinner power supply in May until the month of June. According to the agency, this is due to hydropower plants going into preventive maintenance, more often due to the hot weather. For this reason, the DOE now calls on the public to be more mindful in their energy consumption.
So, tinitingnan natin ang possibility na magkaroon ng kulang na reserba sa regulating reserve at saka dito sa contingency reserve sa first week and second week ng May, first week and second week ng June. Hindi natin sinasabing bawasan natin yung production or bawasan natin yung economic activity. What we are saying is do not be wasteful in the use of energy.
Prior to the onset of the El Nino phenomenon, Pag-asa says Filipinos can only expect temperatures to rise further. According to the agency, the heat index will particularly be higher in coastal areas as well as urban areas.
So, yun ang gagaling sa dagat. So, nagiging mas mataas ang bigay na alinsangan nun. Kaya tumataas yung heat index. Dahil dun sa mga matataas ng buildings, ibig sabihin, mababa na yung absorptive capacity ng ating mga kalupaan dahil panay buildings na nga siya na panay init na yung talagang nakatabi doon.
At least 40 domestic flights have been canceled due to a power outage at NAIA. These include Cebu, Pacific flights to Luzon like Tuguegarao, Daraga, and Kawayan. Some flights to Visayas are also affected, including those bound for Caticlan, Cebu, and Bacolod. Several Cebu Pacific flights from Manila to some areas in Mindanao were also canceled. These include Davao, Butuan, Zamboanga, General Santos, Ozamis, Cotabato, and Pagadian. Meanwhile, AirAsia Philippines announced new estimated time of departure for some of its flights. Delayed flights include 2 international and 3 domestic flights. The Manila International Airport Authority said the power outage hit NAIA Terminal 3 at around 1 a.m. The MIAA and technical personnel from Meralco are now looking into the cause of the power failure. President Bongbong Marcos has already ordered authorities to bring power operations at Terminal 3 of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport back to normal. Over 65% of Coachella's live stream viewership came from outside the United States. From Blackpink to Bad Bunny, YouTube's global head of music, Lior Cohen, talks to Bloomberg to discuss how this year's Coachella broke records and had a lot of firsts.
Tell us what's just occurred. Coachella, Cowchella, however you consume this particular music festival, it was something new.
Thank you for having me, Caroline. It's a pleasure to be here. Coachella, my goodness, it is an amazing festival dreamt up by Paul Tillett and the Golden Voice team. They are incredible promoters, but they're also storytellers. And Coachella is a zeitgeist moment for millions of fans around the world, and it's a lot of fun.
Why is YouTube the right way to disperse that zeitgeist?
Because we're a global platform and we're focused on our mission is give everybody a voice and show them the world. And boy, have we done that. We have gone from 3 stages where we live stream to 6 stages. We've introduced shorts as a really fun way for the kids to suggest their favorite artists to do some of their songs that they want, and so they're influencing the sets. They are able to be and create lightweight short form video to explain to the rest of the world that they were there, they were enjoying the experience, whether they were at Coachella or experiencing from their living room. We introduced it's actually the second year where shopping has been an integral part of the experience, where kids are able to buy merchandise and rock their t-shirts that they were there, that they experienced it. And of course, the production has gotten so much better, and we introduced live chats, and so there's a lot of work that goes into it, but it's been incredibly fun and enjoyable.
Tell us about the international focus, because what's interesting about the lineup of Coachella this year was, yes, there were the big American artists, but I'm also thinking Blackpink, I'm thinking Bad Bunny. These are truly international stars. So how much was the viewership coming internationally?
Well, over 65% of viewership came from outside of America. And when the fans are able to experience Nigerian Burna Boy, Korean Blackpink, and I don't know if you saw, but Rosalia shut the place down. She's from Spain and was one of the most moving performances. And we had the first Punjabi artist perform, and they're celebrating in India the fact that they have an Indian Punjabi artist on Coachella. And it's just fabulous to see.
You said there's a lot of work that went in, and you can see that when you're looking at the 3 million subscribers that are currently viewing the aftermath, watching it afterwards, the amount of, high quality production. How does it end up being a revenue generator for YouTube?
Well, the advertisers love supporting it. And when the kids are at home, they experience, for example, on the Gorilla set, augmented reality. So they saw a lot of the characters and the creativity of that band. All of this is incredible work because we could actually use all of the muscle that we are building for example, the NFL Sunday Ticket, which is a huge priority for YouTube. So bringing the experience, an excellent experience, to fans around the world is something that we're dedicated to and put a lot of resources in.
And those are the top business stories of the hour. I'm Diego Castro. Join us again at 2 p.m. We are One News. All sides, all the time.